The Trump administration has officially cut a specialized helpline for LGBTQ plus youth. The multi-million-dollar program connected people in crisis with trained LGBTQ plus counselors when they call the 988 Lifeline. Well, in a statement, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, which runs the hotline, says, quote, "We will no longer silo LGBT plus youth services, also known as the Press 3 option, to focus on serving all help seekers. Everyone who contacts the 988 Lifeline will continue to receive access to skilled, caring, culturally competent crisis counselors." Note the T in the statement was also removed. I want to bring in Brandon Wolf. He's the National Press Secretary for the Human Rights Campaign. All right, the Trevor Project says 56% of LGBTQ youth did not have access to mental health care in the past year. Talk about the critical services this program provides and why is the loss so important if they say that they're going to continue to provide care to everyone who calls that number.
Sure. Well, first I think we have to say, put it all in context, right? It takes a serious level of moral bankruptcy to come after a vulnerable population of young people over and over again, to rip healthcare from them, to ban books about them, to dictate what after-school activities they can do, to scapegoat them for the problems of this country, and then to take away the mental health resources that they're relying on as you've escalated mental health crises for them across the country. And you also have to note that the administration is aware of how valuable it is to have specialized resources because there are still specialized lines for other communities that are available. For instance, veterans who call in can talk to someone who is trained to talk to veterans in a moment of crisis. So even the administration acknowledges that having specialized resources for vulnerable communities is important and necessary. And that's why it's such a blow to this community, because as you noted, a significant portion of LGBTQ plus young people experience mental health crisis. That same study showed that 41% of LGBTQ plus young people seriously considered attempting suicide in the last year. And it's important that they have a lifeline that they can call and know that the other person on the end of the line understands their lived experiences, understands the complexities of what they're going through, understands the current political climate surrounding their existence, and is able to provide specialized in-the-moment care to help walk them back from crisis.
So, Brandon, just so people who are watching this have other resources, in addition to this 988 number, where else can people find some help?
Yeah, there are a whole lot of organizations. I just have to say to those young people, if you're struggling, please know that you are not alone. Please continue to reach out for help. Know that you're loved, that you're seen. There are organizations like the Trevor Project, like Trans Lifeline, like Blackline, SAGE, the National Runaway Safe Line. There are a lot of organizations that continue to provide the care that you need. I would encourage everyone, go to hrc.org and you can search for mental health resources there. We want to continue to show up for these young people, even if the Trump administration is letting them down. There are millions and millions of us around the country who want to continue to show up for them, give them the care that they need, and make sure that they grow up to be healthy, thriving adults.
Brandon Wolf there with some very crucial information for us. Brandon, thank you very much.